Welcome back. Khyber Pass Podcast. I'm your host, Paul Metzger. Bringing you conversations from within the esoteric realm of improvisation. This episode, our guest is Noah O.B., trumpet player, composer, curator. Noah recently played in concert with the band Le Percheron. I have a small excerpt from that performance. After which, the interview with Noah will be presented. As always, this podcast is made possible by the generosity of the Khyber Pass Cafe, located in St. Paul, Minnesota. Voted the #1 Middle Eastern restaurant for 2019. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Be sure to comment and like the podcast within iTunes or however you listen to the podcast as a way to help share these interviews with others. To date, we've brought you over 30 interviews with musicians that utilize improvisation as part of what they present, part of their expression. Hopefully, we can peel back together some of the layers surrounding improvisation, the layers of the onion, if you will. And now, without further hesitation, this week's podcast.
Noah O.B. Now, a thing I was thinking about before you're going to come over is if you're a trumpet player, you get to be called a trumpeteer.
Oh, sure.
That's pretty fucking good, trumpeteer.
Trumpet, yeah. That's good.
Now, you play cornet.
It's not the same.
What are you called?
Cornetist?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you ever, let's say you're talking to somebody, right?
I do that.
Yeah, you're, Let's say you're talking to somebody. Let's say that someone is what I would call a civilian, meaning non-musician.
Sure, yeah.
It's not derogatory, by the way. It's simply classify it.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah,
And it's like good clarity for like the conversation.
It really is. It's one of the best. Let's say you're talking with them and they ask you, and they find out, oh, you make music. Do you ever say, they ask you, oh, what do you play? Do you ever just say trumpet because you think they...
Most of the time. I usually say trumpet, yeah.
But let's say you're talking to musicians. What do you say?
I think... You know, a lot of times, like, when I'm saying that I'm going to practice, I usually say I'm going to practice trumpet. Which is interesting, I guess. But I tell people that I play the cornet.
So you say to people, oh, I'm just going to practice trumpet. I'm playing trumpet. We use trumpet and I'm a trumpeteer.
Working on my trumpet playing, yeah.
But you're not playing the trumpet.
No, I'm playing the cornet, yeah.
What's going on there?
I don't know. I think it's...
You prefer the cornet, yet
cornet.
You don't see yourself as, like, let's say, an ambassador for the cornet or an evangelist for the cornet.
Sure. Yeah.
You don't see a big difference, like, between the two.
No, I really don't.
God damn it. It's fascinating to me.
Yeah. It's just never felt like a big deal.
Yeah. It's interesting to me as an outsider, because I like nomenclature. And I like,
Right.
I just like the language of it. So trumpeteer, I'm into.
Trumpeteer, yeah, that's great.
And trumpeting, that has become like part of just regular talking.
Well, see, I guess it's like trumpet got more popular in like the last 60 years, where before it was like mostly cornet.
See, I didn't know that. What do you...
It's like,
trumpet has gotten more popular.
Hey,
you guys,
what's up?
Elaine.
It's because orchestras got loud.
What did Louis Armstrong play?
He played... I think he played cornet mostly. I'm not like... I wish I had the facts on it, but he definitely mostly played cornet. He may have had a trumpet at some point.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Right there, you're freaking me out. What about other people that I know about, like Bix Beiderbecke?
I'm pretty sure he probably played the cornet.
All right, now these aren't sounding like facts at all. I'm pretty sure he probably, maybe, could have thought about
in that period of time, cornets were common. And
yet trumpets existed.
Yet trumpets existed.
And a trumpet goes back how far then? Is that a newer thing, or what am I...
I wish I was a better brass historian.
Yeah, you're not. All right.
Because it was
just a player, man.
It was like a natural horn first. And then some motherfucker put keys on it.
Yeah.
And then pistons came around. It's maybe the late 18th century.
Jesus, all right, that's dope. I
don't know.
I'm not looking to you for like every fact about the difference between a cornet and a trumpet. I just find it really interesting.
Yeah. No, I know. I think it is too. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear the difference on a recording?
I think you can, yeah. They're
I'm saying, can you?
Yes.
No shit.
I can, yeah. They're two really... They're extremely different instruments that are so similar.
Yeah.
It's just kind of hard to...
Once
you start trying to parse it out, it feels...
Yeah.
Like it's not worth it.
I can tell I'm irritating you, but I like that as well. That's also its own reward, Just like, God, let me just fucking dig in to this shit that you don't care about at all. Almost. Although, the instrument that you play is the cornet.
Yeah.
And
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love playing the cornet.
All right. So, this is our second interview. The first interview file failure. This file, everything's working.
Nice. Love that.
Yeah, so that's why I have the headphones on and everything, and I'm checking down.
Sure, yeah.
Because, you're not trying to shag over here every week to try to redo some...
I don't mind. I like hanging out.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, this is great. What I'd like to talk about this time would be if, like, a lot of times, sometimes, a few times, I've seen you play solo. And I've thought, this cat is so interested in shape and color, and not as interested in a melodic development of, or standard ideas of phrasing and thing. Like, do you hear what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like yeah. So tell me about that, because you...
Well, I think more specifically when I'm playing, like, doing solo stuff, I'm not. It never seems like a good avenue, personally, to go down.
What?
The more melodic, like, trying to build, like, a solo improvisation around, like, melodic content and stuff.
Right.
Because that's just, like, not where my ear goes a lot of the time. And it feels better to... It's always felt like natural, or right to kind of play more like, I don't know, like sculpturally, like shape, like kind of like these like colors or larger shapes, or like textures like that.
Yeah, it's interesting to me for a cat when a cat such as yourself, very much like yourself,
perhaps.
I'm so full of shit. It's so beautiful, because you have an abundance of, from my point of view, of technical knowledge of what the notes are, how a melody can be developed, and all what happens over this kind of chord structure, and I call that technical.
Sure. Well, I guess thanks.
Yeah. But so you're coming up through that, you have all that shit, like, I know all this shit. But when you're playing solo, that shit doesn't appear to me to show up. Am I missing it? Or is it... How is it there? And I'm mostly interested in your solo shit. Yeah.
I would say that a lot of the certain types of like development, or maybe even thinking like harmonically or pitch-wise, kind of does exist.
Okay.
But maybe it feels more like abstracted with like colors or textures or like techniques and. Because playing solo, I think there's a thing where it's like playing solo cornet there's so many things that are so many like parts of the horn and like ways of approaching the horn that you can't do as often in like grouped contexts, because it's either like really difficult to line up or like really quiet. That sometimes and a lot of that stuff is like textural or like more like color based or something, and so you can kind of do more of like a 3-dimensional approach to playing, where you can have these like pitch material, but also it's like colored by like a wider range of techniques.
So you're
does
saying
that make sense?
It does. Are you speaking like if you're rolling like in a combo, that the pitch element is in there more than solo?
Yeah.
Dig. Yeah. I picked that up in your playing a lot. It's just the thing I want to get on a little bit is this is, I mean, so music is music. I'll present it as a question because I'm an interview man. How is music, your solo performance, a form of expression for you? What do you know what I mean?
Sure.
You're sitting there. What's happening in your in the big gestalt of it? You're seated in a chair. There are people also seated listening to what you're doing. And where do you fall in that? Are you expressing something from inside yourself? Are you telling a story? You know what I mean? Like there are a lot of different ways people go when they're in that setting. And I'm just wondering, where is your head a little bit? I know it's a horrible question, but
it's not.
No, it is. It's horrible. It's an evil.
Absolutely terrible. It is.
It's evil. I know that.
I could describe it as an evil question.
Yeah.
It is October though. So.
Is it?
Isn't it October? No, it's not.
It could have happened.
I think it's September. Never mind.
All right. Well, we'll just say it's all right.
I think it's. It never feels. I've never felt extremely like expressive about it.
Okay.
Or programmatic about it either, which is
Tell
like
me
telling
about
a story.
programmatic. Oh, I see.
Like it's never felt very. Very.
Don't worry about that. What the fuck's wrong with you? The integrity of the studio is complete. All right. Some guys do this kind of shit just at their house, and that is some low rent.
Yeah, that's some.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's basic stuff.
But here we have you. Welcome to the studio once again, and I hope you're comfortable in your sound booth.
Yeah. No, I think it's more about I don't know. Solo playing is always more about sitting there.
Yeah, I
and
got
playing.
you. Yeah. But let me in it a little bit because
I know.
I just want to, because I've checked that for you, and I'm interested in where you're at there because you're, number one, you're going, it's, there's an element of this is the shit I'm into, and there aren't any question marks about it. This is what I'm into. Although you must know there's not so many cats into that kind of playing or listening to it. You know what I mean? It's good. For most people, it's going to be a whole new orchestra of sound.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so I just wonder, like, I assume you have an awareness of that, but you don't seem to show it. You don't seem tentative or anything. You're just doing it. So it's not like how is it a sharing? What are you sharing? Because clearly there's sharing involved. There
Right.
must be.
There's
Because the
definitely sharing
dynamic,
involved, yeah.
otherwise you're at home.
I feel like it's like sharing the way that I think the way I believe that like cornets and trumpets should sound.
God damn.
You know?
All right.
That maybe that's kind of it. Because there's so much. There's just like so much in it.
Yeah.
That like often doesn't exist.
So you're.
And it's kind of like, you know, it's like it's.
So let's
It's
say.
not like show and tell, like check out these sounds, but it is like more of like this, more like complete texture kind
I
of
see
thing.
what you're. Yeah. You know? So it could be. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. The instrument, over the years in its development, is like a tree. And it has, you know, and it, not in that, just in what it has to offer. But through the years, a lot of pruning takes place. Either about what are the desired sounds. And you seems to me like you want to take all these pruned off things
and like graft them back on.
Yeah, either graft them on or just make your own horrible chimera of just. No, you know what I mean?
No, I like that. Yeah.
So it's kind of too. Sometimes you would put them back on the tree, but in solo it seems like you just want to go. Look at this shit. Look at the depth and breadth of what has been pruned. Is that close to what you're
I like that,
digging?
yeah. There is definitely an element, too, of kind of not like pushing, not like you're like expanding anything too hard, but like pushing kind of the horn in a sense that there are other sounds that happen during it that like I don't even know. Or it's like, you know, there's like a lack of control that I have at some point.
Okay.
Where it's like you're kind of pushing your embouchure and your own playing into a space where you know that you going like approaching different techniques is like no longer like have like you've broken down your chops enough where you can't do certain things. So in attempt, like it's like the effort of trying to do it, there's a whole new from failing to do that technique, that's a whole like other that's like a huge element, like a third of it, you know.
So just to capture what you're saying, you have a development on the horn. I heard you say horn, so I'm going to copy
I like
that.
Yeah, that's great.
That through your training you yourself have pruned off and taken the training to do that, and then that develops a certain kind of way of breathing, holding your lips and all the shit, so as not to get into that territory. And then this pursuit ends up being such a frontier because you've trained yourself not to do that. Is that what you're getting at? Something like, no, I'm not even close. That's good.
I'm not sure if I totally understand that, but it's just like,
let's say just anybody, you know, like, I mean, it could be a thing like artists have talk about when they're early atelier days, you know, they're learning how to shape a line and how to create technically three-dimensional illusion and how color theory works.
Right.
And many times you'll hear about an artist that will want to get back to what there is at the beginning, unpruned.
Totally. Yeah.
And they want to get back to like what they sometimes call like childlike, or just to make that mark with that amount of freedom rather than refined, like and
Yeah, totally.
perhaps that's an analogy. Which
I think that's a pretty good one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's almost, there's like there's like perfect. There's like you performing the technique or this passage or whatever
Right.
perfectly, and then there's you not doing it perfectly, and it's mostly just like letting those two things exist as being like both appropriate.
Yeah, it's heavy, because as listeners, we're also trained that when you hear something out of a horn that sounds kind of farty, or it just
Right.
we automatically go, that's wrong,
Right.
and we go, oh, that's fucked up, and you're just swimming in that.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even. There's a lot of trumpet players that
No, I
in the
understand.
past that do that too.
Yeah.
So it is.
You're
There's
not-
a certain like a practice of it, which I kind of love. you
Yeah,
know?
but you're not claiming. So this is just your disclaimer, where I'm just Noah.
Yeah.
I'm doing a thing. There are some things other people have done that
Yeah.
inspire me toward that end.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I dig. What's the frontier for you, though? What is the... So, let's say you're developing this vocabulary from the pruned limbs. And then where do you see ultimately a goal to be the synthesis of that back into the standard tree, like the grafting it to the overall horn sound and bring those
I think
sounds
so.
back in?
Yeah.
That's what it seems
I think
like
I
when
really
I've
love
seen
the
you in
grafting.
combo.
Yeah.
Because solo, it seems to me like you're all about these lost particles,
Yeah.
and when you're in combo, you want to bring that into the vocabulary. It sounds like you want to synthesize it so it sounds natural as part of any kind of line that you're developing, any kind of idea, that you can also add these textural elements to it and have it sound natural and not like, what's with dude,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Like hope dude's doing okay
Yeah.
because his chops sound like shit.
I think it's cool they let this guy in the band who's never played trumpet before.
Yeah. Right. I've actually gotten that before or heard it secondhand where people have felt embarrassed for me at shows because they think I don't know how to play.
Yeah.
Which I love. I think
How can you
I think
not?
that's so incredible.
Oh, there's so many inappropriate things you could play into with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That are going through my head right now, but they're all bad. They're all bad to talk about.
Sometimes I wish that I would have, if I would have known that before, like right after I like got off playing, and I could go you could go to them and be like, man, what a terrible night. I'm just super off. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I think that would be kind of fun, but.
Or, see, this is probably wrong to say, but I'm just going to say it anyway. You could act like you're actually deaf.
Oh, sure.
And then people, how do you handle that?
Right. Yeah, that's.
And then thinking you're killing it. That's kind of funny to me.
Yeah.
Or there's just a lot, and I'm trying to think, like piano. I mean, you have to get into like some really unusual moves to find shit in the piano. I mean, you gotta like be knocking on the case and open it up and pour shit in, and prepare, as they say. Are there any preparations like that that work on trumpet, or it
I mean,
seems
it's
like
not-
you want to know what's going on in it just as a natural dude,
Yeah.
as a
Well,
natural thing.
There's a difference between piano and, I mean, like horns, that where you're really making the sound is like in your body, is where like where that thing starts. So a lot of preparation can like, it's like, you know, so it's like so much. There's like a physical. You have like a physical limit of like where your sound source is coming from. Rather, where the piano, you're like, you know, like where the sound's coming from is from the string. That's like an inanimate object being hit by a hammer that you then hit by a key. But like where the pitch and the vibration's coming from, on like a horn, is like from your breath and your lips vibrating.
Yeah.
So it's like the amount of failure in from like no sound to like a clean pitch. There's like so much in between those that is like up for grabs.
Well said.
You
That's
know.
great. I love that.
Oh, thanks.
No, because
Yeah. No,
I mean it's
that's
substantial, and I think
it's like
instruments-
failure and with quotes around it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but also not quotes.
Yeah.
And because instruments, they have varying degrees of that. You have something. Now, piano players would probably be irritated, but you have something. I would think the piano is the most like on its own a beautiful piano, you know, and you just hit. You don't even have to really know anything. You just play it, and you're like, "Oh my God, that sound is exquisite." But you can take the world's fanciest trumpet cornet. Like, I don't know. I assume there are great ones. Oh, this was played by Michelangelo. You know,
those are the best ones.
He was a great.
He was a great cornetist.
Yeah, that guy. Broke a lot of ground. But if I were to pick it up, I'm going to get nothing. There's, you know, because Elaine plays the little trumpet, pocket trumpet. And once in a while, I'll try to play it. Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
It just, the fail level is exquisite and immediate.
Right.
And I kind of think, like, what is that hierarchy like? You have the human voice,
Yeah.
which is
That's all of that.
obviously the most of that. Yet, I would say easier than trumpet. The human voice. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Well, I think there's different elements. There
I've
are
never-
different elements at play.
there are different elements. But you have, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I would never say that singing is easier than playing the trumpet.
I would.
Love that. I love that about you.
It's just definitely true. That's all. All it is true. Is it thought of as one of the more difficult instruments to play?
Singing?
No.
Or trumpet?
Your horn, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, there must
There's
be
a-
a hierarchy of...
There's a lot of upkeep that comes to brass playing.
Yeah.
You know, like in like a brass playing world, tuba takes a lot of air.
Yeah.
Trombone is kind of the most efficient amplifier when it comes to like pressure on your face and like air, like kind of air you can put through the horn.
Uh-huh.
French horn is like the most impossible because it's such a long tube.
Okay.
That it's like kind of like tightrope walking because there's so many partials that you're kind of playing in. Like accuracy is like so, well, you know.
Yeah, I hear you.
And like trumpet's like probably right in between French horn and trombone.
Wow. You're
But they're
killing
all
me,
hard.
man. I know.
You know, but
I
there's
love
like
this.
efficiencies and different, there's different things that are going on with all of it. And tuba has the biggest range because as I don't know if it's with most instruments or I don't know, but with like larger wind instruments, you know, your range gets like
Yeah, absolutely.
so.
Why is it? Here's a question I have. is it that people on their instrument, this is just in general, and you're not going to know the answer, but I like the topic. I like the topic a lot.
I might have the answer.
Why is it so common for people, in my experience, to want to explore the upper register of their instrument rather than the lower? They want to... Everybody's trying to get... Not everybody, obviously, but you know what I mean? Like Doc Severinsen. He's up in some twisted fucking alternate thing. I remember hearing that dude. I'm like, why are you doing that? Why do you... We don't really want to hear that. It's not that good, man. You have control, but not really. I can hear that it's not right. And then other cats, like a guitar person, is trying to get way up high and just goes, wee, and it's like way up in the uppers and the... What's going on there? What do people find that as somewhere to go when, like, sonically, to me, the richer sounds start in the middle of whatever the range is and go down. Right. But maybe I'm wrong. What do you think of that?
I completely agree.
Completely?
Yeah.
But still, you're not completely. They're motherfuckers.
I don't know how to explain the fascination with people trying to...
I want you to explain it to me.
You know. I think there's a certain amount of, like... It seems to me that it's easier to develop, like, an extreme high register than it is to, like, develop control over your, like, a lower register. And then I think especially with, like, woodwind instruments, that doesn't exist. You have a lowest note, and you can't. I think that's I think you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's some maybe infinite possibilities, like, you know, ascending and...
Yeah, you're right. So at the bottom end, that's it. But at the top end, there's some tricks you can often do to extend that range, but you can't go lower unless...
Trumpet players can.
What are they doing?
You can do, like, pedal tones. That's really fun.
That's so good.
Yeah. Yeah. You can play really low on a trumpet. It's
that's all good.
It's amazing.
Yeah. That's real good. Now, in North Indian classical music, the Hindustani music often develops that way of starting off in sort of like the middle and going upward, slowly building a complexity and extending the range and finding, you know, obviously I'm talking about it, but I don't know anything. But you know what I mean?
Right.
And then, but the earliest form, well, not the earliest, but one of the earliest forms is called Drupad. And they go down.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it's so right. There's so much depth. And not depth as in low notes, but like just weight. Like just psychological weight. Just a heavy, substantial area that you're in. And it's a form that I'm pretty crazy about. And in my own playing, I wish I was more like that.
Sure.
So that's an area that I like to consider. But I do wonder about that, just as far as like when the standard moves, you know, of especially in improvisation.
Especially, yeah.
People want to get way up.
I think there is there's some sort of like visceral. It's as you ascend, it's like more exciting. You know. Which I can't actually explain why that would be. But, but it makes
the lower register is a little bit more like that poem. I don't know who did it or what the thing is, but you know, this is how the world ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper. And so you have the lower tones. There's no like big bow, you know, whereas if you're going up high, you get up in whatever your thing is and you're just like,
right.
That shit's just like, you're screaming and it is ending that section with the bang.
Right.
But the other is really getting into this other thing. It's so compelling to me, that idea. And clearly to you as well.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I want to know about you. When does it become the Noah OB project? When does it become you are the leader? I say leader, but you know what I mean. Where it's, where it's Noah and the, Inscrutables or whatever, where it's like you're doing your,
Noah
this
and the
is
OBs.
You. Huh? Yeah, Noah and the OBs. Yeah, man, it's just all you. That'd be great. But you know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's to my idea, there's a natural, I'll call it a progression, but maybe it's not the case, where people will come in and be sort of like a side cat to someone else's thing and maybe slowly find what their real reason is to be playing and then establish projects that go there.
Sure.
Let's talk about that for you. Do you think about that, or?
I don't know if I think about it like I have a band called The Real Tree that is not explicitly like my project because it's a group of people that I love working with and I like working for or whatever.
Yeah.
But that band has been I think more in that when we've done shows that I've asked them to do, it's music that I've written and like improvised music that's way more in a space that I feel is something that I personally am like really invested in. And as far as like
the Real
approach
Tree, that's because you guys did a stint. That's the technical term for it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very technical.
Of shows, and talk about that because that's a quartet.
It's a quintet with
who's
Adam Zaylor playing guitar and then Carly Olson playing clarinet, Michelle Kinney playing cello, and Patrick Marshkey used to play drums and laptop, but now he mostly does like laptop.
That's insane.
Improvising, yeah. Which is, I love, love
That's
it.
insane
So fun.
to me. How would someone choose that when they can do the drumming, which I have such high regard for?
Right.
Like, I love it. I love that. And then, if someone were to choose anything else,
Yeah.
I just think, what are you doing, man?
Get back on the drums.
That's we all do what we like and we follow our own thing, but
course.
if you could just play the drums right now, I would be so fucking pumped up. That's my bigotry.
There we go.
It's not specifically against anything else. It's just very pro.
Very pro.
Very, very pro.
Yeah.
But that's a digression there.
Yeah. That's a quintet, right? That's a quintet.
As far as I know, if you include yourself
and myself, yeah.
Yeah. But part of you, and I don't claim to know, but I would say, is you're that kind of guy. It seems like where it's the idea of like traditional leading of a combo won't feel natural maybe to you. You want everybody maybe to have everyone's on the same footing.
Yeah.
for you is an important
definitely like
part.
Everyone's their own boss.
Yeah.
That's like that's if I have scores, and that's something I usually include in it. Like, as always, be your own boss.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I gotta.
Yeah, because it's not.
I'm gonna take a fake sick day.
Yeah, I love it because it's not. I don't know. There's certain ways that you can run bands or exist with other people, and telling people what to do is like really what I'm not about. Almost maybe to a fault, but at times to a fault. Mm-hmm. But I really think that a sort of traditional band leading isn't really my MO if it comes to doing a project of mine, like my project.
I hear you.
That comes along with the fact that it's my project. Is that
so you're saying that Realtree then represents what would be, because it comes off to me as a perceiver as a collective of sorts.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And like leader-less. Mm-hmm. But it's not like that. The compositions are yours.
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly.
We did a concert once with. It was a score of Adams, and he used Realtree plus like an augmented Realtree.
Okay.
Which is common because I work with the four of them a lot in a lot of different projects. So. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of why I think it feels slightly leaderless. Also, the compositions are extremely short, so there's a lot of a lot of free improvising with like these just little, like sound, like bits.
And how do you feel like that's working, Realtree, as like a Noah thing? Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Does it feel like that? Like, this is what I want to be doing?
Mm-hmm. I think
not that you don't want to be in other projects and things, but
no, I think that specific project has felt really amazingly encouraging for me to work on like writing music, because most of the time, like, as someone who's improvised a lot, it becomes an extremely convenient option for playing music, and also really effective. Like, I'm not saying that like improvising is easy, but like often it seems like the most appropriate thing to do with a band or with another person, or by yourself, is to just improvise. Yeah. Like solo playing, I've tried to prepare things and I can't. You know what I mean? Like, you prepare and then you start actually playing the show, and it's just like your plan sucks. Yeah. And you just completely drop it, and you're like, why did I even think about? Why did I even consider it?
I think that's great. I love that. Yeah. Because when things like that happen, we're so lucky. It's so helpful. Right? Yeah. Because the before time, where you're thinking about it and doing it, is, we all have to try to do that, but then when it gets on the launch pad, not that it's, I'm just saying, like, it might be all sort of like, test flights and things, okay, but then when you're actually doing it, it's like, just like a burning wreck, and you're like, man, I thought this could be a thing. Yeah, right. But guess what I just found out? Yeah. Because you need, in order to find out, it needs to be performance for some reason.
Right, for some reason. Yeah. Which is funny, because someone that never likes being in front of people. Yeah. It's funny that's like where the science project has to go. Yeah. It's got to be, okay, everybody come here, because we're going to do it now. Yeah. And then everybody goes, oh wow. Yeah.
Noah's going to do that thing. Okay. And then, ooh.
You start doing it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Because there's no question about it. You know immediately how fucked it is. And you can get out of it when you're solo. Right. Yeah, because you can turn on a dime. But when you're in combo, It's like, oh man, I gotta fucking ride this.
Yeah, that's pretty bad news. But
I gotta ride this one out. I can't just ditch it, you know, and let it careen off.
We agreed on some stuff here, you know.
Yeah.
We gotta, like, I gotta, like, make it good, make my agreements good.
Yeah,
like,
you have to stick through. You can't change it.
Yeah.
You know, as you all tumble down together. I don't know why that's so great to me. I love that because I think failure teaches us so much more than success.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah. There's so much there for us that's real.
I love being, like, wrong.
Yeah.
There's, like, I take so much joy.
Yeah.
And my friends probably hate it about me because, you know.
I love being wrong in theory because I'm never actually wrong. I'm one of those people.
Yeah,
I'm just always correct. But I like the idea of it.
Because there's learning experiences through it, you know. If you think about it.
When I'm thinking about it, yeah. In practice, I've never experienced it, so I don't know. Because things for me are exceptionally cushy.
Yeah. Being right all the time.
Yeah, and just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great to be aligned with.
Yeah. But that's all to say that with Realtree, I've been really encouraged. Like, writing music has been, like, writing things for the band to play, and has been, there's been a lot of, like, I've just had a really fun time in the last, like, few years we've been doing it.
You dig it. It's a diggable dog for you.
Yeah, we're doing, like, a recording session in October, and I've been working, like, every day on scores and, like, you know what I mean? Because there's so much fun. There's, like, all your reading, and it's like all your research, like, in life, like reading and things that you like. You can just put it into music, and it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, because it doesn't, like, you know, because music doesn't really describe anything real ever. No. But it still, like, exists there for you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's so fun. Yeah, I totally hear you. It makes me think about this thing one time where I was in somebody else's music project, but it wasn't just music; it was a large project, and so there was what you call your spoken word. Sure. Not just word. Spoken word. Yeah. And then, you know, drums and me doing my thing and a dancer and some other stuff like that. And in in a rehearsal part of it, the movement person was trying to tell us about this idea or notion. Maybe I told you this already. No, I haven't. And then the leader of the combo, as she's explaining it, says, "Well, do you want to tell us about it, or do you want to dance us about it?" Now, then she did. And motherfucker, it didn't communicate to me. Oh, sure. So I understand, because there's expression, is not always communication. Yeah, right. Obviously, yeah. And in that case, it was like I was with her, because words are it's the best thing we have right now, especially talking about music or anything. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, why did you dance us about that? And then I was just like, I just had to go, okay, just like, I don't even know what that is. Right. But here it is. But that's when you're in someone else's thing, you just kind of work with it and try not to fuck it up. Yeah. For the other people, you know. I don't know why that relates to what you just said, but I thought of it. I think I was talking about, like, I think people probably would feel that if I were to tell, or if anyone would tell anything about, like, a composition, like, coming from a place. And then all it is just, you know, whatever, like, this really kind of, like,
Yeah.
like enigmatic shit. And
Yeah.
they're like, what? They're like,
Yeah.
this is a
Like
this
you
is
start
a, like,
talking about it,
and they're like,
but then you know what?
like, you know,
Might be an idea though, is if you were to dance us about it.
right? Yeah.
Nothing against dance.
Of course not. Yeah, I
But
didn't feel that at all. From
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Really?
No.
I'm pretty anti.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm all
Not
for
really.
movement.
Not
Yeah,
really. I like to say that though, because that's super funny to me. Just that idea. But so Realtree. Let me, because now that I have the idea that this is of how this is like a part more. This is more of like a Noah project.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the name, Realtree. I love Realtree. I love Realtree pants and shirts.
Yeah, me too.
I'm crazy for them. And I wear that shit. What's going on with that name for you? Is it just random, or is there something there? Because for me, there's something very significant about that I like.
Yeah, I've always I like taking it I like taking it away from the brand. There's something that like it just some people have like liking to know that some people don't realize that it's named after like a brand of clothing or whatever. It's really nice because Realtree is actually like a nice combination of words.
It is.
That is like kind of like quite beautiful or whatever. But there's also like, yeah, I wear a lot of Realtree and really like it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, why the hell not?
Let me
name
ask
a
you this,
band like
if I may.
Group after it.
Realtree, the association, is with hunting camouflage clothing. And so the idea is that you have like pants, and instead of standard camouflage, which is just kind of like colors blotched of the environment you're going to be in, it has actual like, I don't know if it's screen printed or how they get the image on there of real like bark.
Right. Yeah.
And little
real trees.
twigs, real stuff on there, and I can't believe how cool it looks.
Yeah.
But it's meant to be camouflage so that you can, for hunting. Do you come up through hunting? Are you purely at it? You don't have that in your history at all, hunting?
No,
you don't
really,
come
no.
from hunting people?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. But I did run into a situation one time where I was wearing my Realtree shirt. And it's pure, for me, purely style. I can't believe they make it. I'm so thrilled.
That's great, yeah.
And they have the different kinds.
Yeah. Camouflage is, yeah.
You have
great.
different,
It's
for
beautiful.
different moods.
Absolutely
You can
beautiful.
have like a
Yeah.
whole fall, like I'm feeling autumnal.
Yeah.
And and it was like on a tour type thing, and I was at a rest area that they have along the side of the thing, and the car next to was a truck, and in the back was a dead deer that had been hunted. And so then when I got out of the car, I'm just looking at it. Its eyes are open and stuff, and I'm just kind of taking it in, not realizing that I have on the costume of getting that.
Right.
And then these guys walk by who are hunting men, said to me, they're just walking by, and they go, "Oh, is that a buck or a doe?" And now I know how to answer that technically, but at the time I was in such a weird headspace, just looking at this animal and everything about it that you would think like the exquisite corpse, man. It was just fucking insane. And then I got that, And then I just looked at them and went, I don't know. Like the most basic, simple, a child knows.
Right. But you're just like,
but I'm just like,
I don't even know.
I don't even know. And then they just kept moving. Why didn't he know?
Right.
How does he not know?
Is he okay?
Is he okay? Does he have a license?
Yeah, did he get a license
have
for that?
Gun? Is that a guy we could run into? And so that's an aspect of that as well as just aesthetically. I like the meaning layers of it.
Sure. Yeah.
And the poetry level, like you're saying, real tree. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
just
awesome.
that. I'd register that trademark too.
I know.
Become a billionaire for owning that phrase. So I'm a big fan of that name.
Oh, I'm glad you like the name. I
love the name. I love the name.
Self-conscious about, like, band names
Band names suck.
are the worst.
Yeah, they really do.
It's so bad.
Because they're band names.
I know.
There's so few ones that are good.
Yeah.
And there's so many that suck.
It's often it's an opportunity for people, no matter whether or not they like your music. Everyone's got an opinion about your band name too.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
Because they can look at a band name and say like that's
name.
a bad band name, and they're like you have a bad band name, and you're like, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Like,
or you could say
out there,
it's more common to hear a phrase in just regular talking conversation that people have. I go, that's a good
band name.
Yeah, and it always is funny and good.
Yeah.
Which is the worst kind.
Yeah. People love doing
always.
that.
Yeah. And I think that's a great band name. I'm, already built in.
Thanks, wow.
You got the T-shirts and the merch. It's already taken care of.
Yeah, I love that.
So there are good jokes about it, which I think are important.
Yeah.
And I like it because there's a lot of ambiguity with Real Tree.
Yeah.
And I think ambiguity is really good. So
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see some more, maybe. It's up to you, obviously. Real Tree projects from you. And how to see those. If you would be presenting them at the Khyber or somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll have to do.
I don't know how that happens. How does a fellow go see that?
Yeah. Well, that's the hard part. I think it's a hard band because it works at Khyber Pass a lot. But the project is really... We've played a few other places, but it's really a lot of the music... We've played shows where it's just improvising, which is like great. And everyone sounds good. But a lot of like the written music and some of the more like serious improvising spaces are really quiet. And lots of space for silence.
Yeah.
Which is something that, for me, I've always felt really comfortable doing it anywhere.
Yeah.
I've never really, but that's like because I'm just stuck in that mode all the time or whatever. And
yeah.
And I think that sometimes, people... So it's just, people get like worried because it's so quiet and like if the venue's loud or something, then like all of a sudden like it's ruining the music. Yeah. Which is like, I think humorous to me. Yeah, when it's like, there's other sound happening, and it's like, well, yeah, I mean, like, like that's like what happens. Like when,
look at the score. Other sounds are happening.
It should be just like other sounds are happening.
Yeah,
check
and
it
you
out,
could just write that in.
Think
and
about
be more specific. Right. Cash register.
Yeah. Like this.
Bell. That you didn't know. Cappuccino machine.
Right.
And then you.
Like with question marks, like possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I've always kind of struggled in it's like a really quiet band and fairly hard, quote unquote hard listening because of like all the space and.
Yeah, it seems like it would be for me. I'm picky about shit. I would love to catch that combo in a house show. Sure. Because for me, that's the dreamiest of all. That's the top of the peak. is when you can pull off a house show in a living room. I just can't. I've done it a few times, and I always love it.
Yeah.
It's always great. It's so old-fashioned.
It is so old-fashioned, yeah.
And it's kind of culty. Like,
Love that.
I imagine, like, if you have, like, these weird ideas about some weird, I say weird, because probably really weird, then you might have some other like-minded people that come over to your living room and you talk about this fucked up weird shit you're into, and then everybody's like on the same page. It can feel like that at a weirdo music thing where everybody comes in and they're like, yeah, we're all down with it.
Yeah.
Shit. You know,
like the silent or like the silent acknowledgements are just like normalizations of really strange stuff, which is amazing.
I love that. And I'm not good with the other, where you know, to take a combo like that and then put them somewhere like
really
just
like
at
McDonald's
a place,
or Culver's or whatever.
I like Culver's for you guys for some reason because of the butter burger.
Right.
That's funny. I think SETI's important.
Totally.
And really shy away from anything that's going to be rackety. But you are good with that. You like that. You accept it.
I accept it. I don't, I would never want anything like that to feel forced or uncomfortable for anyone, but I am into being, sometimes I feel like like an evangelist, right? For like improvised music.
God damn it.
Music. Like I love, it's important to me. Like this weird thing where it's almost this, like I like to proselytize for experimental music because it's like made my life so great. And I'm so thankful for everything about it that I don't want to ever put in, I'm never like sitting on a bench being like, have you heard the word of the Lord or whatever?
You pull out that really thin paper that has all tiny little font and it's got all your screedy bullshit about it.
You just like give it up.
And it's, you can like see through it. It's so, I like those. Well, then in coming to an end of this, maybe talk a little bit about you have, aside from talking to people about it, you have a chance to present it and present others because you're a curator at Khyber Pass. And maybe talk a little bit about what that feels like and what you get from that or what makes it difficult and things like that. Yeah, because
specifically at Khyber, kind of, or just like in
that
general?
And other places where you, let's say, book things, either yourself or another's project. You help make a spot for that to come to life. That is that's a thing that I know you do through the Khyber and some other things as well. What do you got on that? What's going on there? What's your agenda?
I feel like I've always been like drawn to doing stuff like that, like curating performances or setting up shows, because I think it's a skill set. Like I think just baseline, it's a skill set that I have of like being organized and kind of being good at just being able to like being good at setting things up. And not being like afraid of like being like confirming dates or sending people emails or
you feel
talking
competent.
to people. Competent. And so like that's a nice thing to. And then on top of that, I really enjoy doing it because it's fun to see. Because I feel sometimes I feel like a fan first, like a fan of the music before.
That's
like
the
a
hardest one
musician
for
or
me.
whatever.
That's the hardest one because I get too jacked up.
Yeah, well, that's totally
I get too
true.
excited,
Yeah,
like oh god,
like,
fuck
sit there.
thing. You got it set up, and you're like, god damn it.
Yeah.
And then I can get. That makes me lose confidence.
Yeah, totally.
Because it's kind of like, oh man, what if it's just no one comes to the thing that I'm crazy to have happen?
Yeah.
And so there's a vulnerability to it.
There's a vulnerability there.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can. Oh yeah, it's like you're just sweating at the show.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you built it up in your head, and you're like,
Yeah.
how did I possibly get here?
Yeah. It's so good, man. I remember the early presenting things at the Khyber, and so excited to be able to do that. Just that idea that I can, in a small way, help create a space for people to present that doesn't suck.
Right.
And I remember I got the lights.
Oh, sure.
And I was real excited about the
nice
lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I found these lights on the cheap and their LED thing and all the little remote buttons and shit. I had them up, and the first was going to be Milo Fine, who I'm a little nuts over. I think he's a phenomenon.
Yeah.
But he starts playing notably and regularly, like before it's even the time. He likes to kind of sound the room and get the thing going. And I got so tripped out because I didn't have those lights on. There's a switch up there.
Oh, you got to get them on before. Okay.
It was the first time we'd used them, and I go, I got to go turn the actual thing on so the remote works. So I make. So Milo has begun, and it's a combo of some sort. So he has a couple of side cats. I say side cats because and so I go to one of my lads. I go, dude, you gotta go get this ladder with me while he's playing.
Right.
And I'm so jacked up because I want the lights to be, and we're doing it good. But clearly, this is one of the stupidest things to do. So we're bringing the ladder. It's a tall ladder because that's a high ceiling.
Right. Yeah, big old ceiling.
I get it right to the edge, and I look over and I see that he's going, and it's happening, and people are checking it. And I got the ladder just poked out into the room a little bit. And then realized, no, I can't.
That you can't.
I can't do it. But I couldn't know that until I was actually holding this big ladder. Like I was going to move into the room, put it up in front of the thing, and be so bad.
And then switch the light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, for that, Paul? Yeah. You did it for that, Paul.
Yeah. That's how jacked up I get.
Right.
And it's not good.
Yeah.
I don't
well,
think.
it's maybe a part of just being into it.
Yeah, but I couldn't let that go. That's how into it I get.
I love that.
But it's a cool thing that we get to do, I think, and everybody has their own of people that do it, present music, sort of have their own where they see themselves in it and their motivation and what they want to do. I just think it's a great thing all the way.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think we're lucky to be part of what that is.
I feel incredible. Yeah, I'm like 90% thankful.
90%. Tell me about the 10%.
I don't know what I was just thinking. I was like, I just put a question mark right there.
I just want to know. I want to explore the 10%. I want to end this, but now you said that. And
right. Sorry.
90%
thankful and like 10%. Like nervous, like healthy nervousness about it, you know. Because you have like imposter syndrome. So 90% is just thankful, and then 10% is me just feeling like I shouldn't be there or whatever. But I think a lot of people have.
That is something I'm missing. I have never had imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
even when I know I am. You know? When I'm like intentionally
Like
being an imposter when I'm really...
Yeah.
Like I just did a fake lawyering thing.
Right. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What?
Yeah, so I did some fake lawyering that actually turned out like a cash settlement thing of money, actual money, of fake lawyering with a real lawyer, you know, thing.
Yeah.
And I know, but I don't have imposter syndrome. I'm just fake lawyering.
Right. I'm just a full lawyer.
And I know not to call myself a lawyer. I know
Right.
not to take money for the lawyering. I know I'm not, you know, I know
Right.
like the parameters of, you know, the legality of doing that is questionable. It's just an example, though.
Right, no, I
of,
like that, yeah.
Of even that, which is full on. I have none of what that is. Or even an interest. If anything, I have disdain.
Sure.
But if it's called for and needed in the way that you can't afford, you can kind of, or I do, I can kind of get in there and pretend it. And so I'm missing that. I am missing that thing. Is that like a psychopathy? Is it, so what's, you know what I mean? What's wrong inside? I bet there's a whole case study there.
Yeah.
For someone.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So I'm going to put that out there.
Nice.
Anyone, this is just for listeners, anyone interested in, let's say you're pursuing a PhD in, you know, let's say just abnormal psychology or aberrant behaviors, or you need to do a case study,
Right.
I am available.
Check out Paul Metzger.
Yeah, I mean,
love
I
that.
could be like a life's work for someone.
Totally.
Fuck.
I completely agree.
On that note, Noah, I'm going to say thank you so much for
Thanks,
being
Paul.
someone that I know. You are a treasure.
You're a treasure as well.
Not really, I'm not. But so great. We love having you at the Khyber to play and to be part of it. And thank you for everything you bring in that realm.
Thanks, Paul.
And so it ends. Time for us to part company. Noah will be our guest for this episode. I'm your host, Paul Metzger. This is the Khyber Pass podcast. Sincerely want to thank those listening. Those interested in the narrow slice. Until next time, please enjoy past episodes you may have missed. And perhaps we will see you some Thursday at the Khyber Pass for a live concert you may attend. Thank you again.